Hello there. The two top Eurocrats have told the UK that the door is still open for them to return to the fold. Both Donald Tusk, the EU Council President, and Jean-Claude Juncker, the EU Commission President, have said that the UK is still welcome to remain a part of the European Union. Speaking at the EU Parliament in Strasbourg, Donald Tusk said that the hearts of Europeans are still open to our British friends to remain a part of the bloc. And he quoted the UK Brexit Secretary when he said, "Wasn't it David Davis himself who said if a democracy cannot change its mind, it ceases to be a democracy? We here on the continent haven't had a change of heart. Our hearts are still open to you. Thank you." This was quickly followed up by Jean-Claude Juncker, who said, "President Tusk also made some comments on Brexit. He said that our door remains open. I hope that will be heard clearly in London." And pushing the whole point, the European Parliament's representative on matters relating to Brexit, Guy Verhofstadt, said, "What we will never allow as a parliament is that at the end you can have a better position, a better status outside the European Union than inside the European Union. Inside the European Union will always be the best solution for every European country and European state." Now I wonder if the visit to Michel Barnier and others yesterday by the Tory Brexit rebels Dominic Grieve and Anna Soubry, together with the Labour MPs Chuka Umunna and Chris Leslie, gave the Eurocrats the idea that the UK was for turning. Well, we're not. Many in the UK are now really waking up to what the EU is actually like, and that its future aspirations of a unitary control over the continent of Europe are not in accord with the wishes of the UK that wants to remain an independent sovereign nation state controlling its own affairs. But why the olive branch? You could argue that the repercussions of Brexit on the economy of the European Union is now becoming more apparent, with the German MEP Hans-Olaf Henkel saying of Mr. Juncker, "I think he is starting to realise that Brexit has severe repercussions for Europe." And Philip Lane, a member of the Governing Council of the European Central Bank and the Governor of the Bank of Ireland, has warned that a hard Brexit would threaten the stability of Europe's financial system. In a break with the ECB Governor, Mario Draghi, who has in the past played down the potential effects of Brexit, Mr. Lane told the Financial Times, "The City of London is the wholesale headquarters of the EU. If there is a genuine shock and we have a Brexit without a transition period, then that is a financial stability risk." And he added, "Brexit is a bigger headache if there is no trade deal. That is what we are looking at most closely. That and the impact on financial services." So, are we going to see a more conciliatory approach from the EU as time goes on, or are they going to insist on continuing to play hardball, even if it damages their own economy and the citizens of the EU 27? As Angela Merkel inches towards forming a coalition between her Christian Democrats and the Social Democrats of Martin Schultz to govern Germany, it is becoming clear that the EU may well have most to gain. The coalition deal being put together between them has been translated into English by the Ghent European Law Institute and shows where their grand coalition is going. Here's a taste. The EU is a historically unique, successful peace project, and so it should remain in the future. The EU connects economic integration and prosperity with freedom, democracy and social justice. The core of this European vision is that the EU uses its political and economic weight to create peace outside its borders and security and prosperity inside. Germany has an infinite debt to Europe, and because of this we are under an obligation to turn it into a success. To Germany, a strong and united Europe is the best guarantee for a good future in peace, freedom and prosperity. Now try and tell me that is not newspeak for a United States of Europe. And finally, the predictions from Remainers of runaway rampant inflation destroying the economy seems to have faded away somewhat, with the latest figures from the Office for National Statistics showing that the Consumer Prices Index, or CPI, rose by 3% in the 12 months to December, which was a decrease of 0.1% on the previous month. The other measure of annual inflation that takes homeowner-occupier costs into account, called CPIH, fell from 2.8% in November to 2.7% in December. Downward pressure on inflation was exerted by a fall in airfares and the prices of certain recreational goods, whilst upward pressure came from the increase in fuel prices, as I've discussed before, as well as tobacco prices, going up mainly due to a tax increase after the autumn budget. Inflation may well prove to stay stubbornly above the target 2% over the next few months, but the Remainers' dire predictions will probably not be borne out. What do you think? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.